Whoa, caught in a bad romance. Whoa, caught in a bad romance. Rah rah Roma Roma ma ga ga ooh la la. Want your bad romance.
Welcome to the Red Brick Rubicon, a PolyU podcast hosted by the ELC. I'm your host today, Mary, a Year 3 student from Product Design. So Victoria Harbor, the parks, or even PolyU Library, what do these have in common? Well, they're all dating spots recommended by our student body. And welcome you guys to a short series on campus dating. Let's start with some numbers. Based on our campus survey, 73% of the respondents said that they are single, but more than half of them had gone on dates on campus before. And regardless of dating experience, 74% of the students said that it's a good idea for undergraduates to date. So today, to help us dive deeper into the PolyU dating scene, we have here our panel of guests from Hong Kong and mainland China. Welcome Elaine, Jan, and Tamara.
Hi.
Hello. So, can you tell us a bit about yourself and describe your experience so far at PolyU?
Okay, I'm Tamara. I'm a Year 3 student of Building Science and Engineering. So, for me, so far, the dating experience at PolyU is quite terrible. And how about you guys?
So my name is Jan and I'm a Year 2 biomedical engineering student. My status is O2, which stands for occupied and so far 2 relationships. And my current girlfriend is not from PolyU. He's from another university.
Hello guys, I'm Elaine, a Year 3 student majored in fashion. I don't really have dating in the campus, but off the campus. Not in the bar, but on the way back home, by transportation, like the train on the MTR.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Okay, so now we've heard from our guests. Let's hear from our students.
How would you describe your dating experience at PolyU?
It's pretty frustrating.
No dating.
Just so embarrassing.
Despite my beauty, no one talks to me.
The boys are so scared of you.
I only date with my book.
Man, that was awful.
Okay, so I've heard some terrible experience, and some good experience. And I wonder, does this have to do with knowing your ideal type of person, also knowing what others are looking for? And so we have done a survey on campus, and the top 3 qualities people are looking for are first, humorous, second, kind-hearted and caring, and in third place, physically attractive. So what do you guys make of this data? Do you think it's honest? How does it compare with your own desires?
For me, I think humorous is quite important because only the guys that will make me laugh, I will get more interested in him. And besides, I think physical attractiveness is quite important as well. So what about you guys?
I think people are lying. They don't dare to put the physical attractiveness on the top one, so they put it at the third one. Okay, like for me, I care no shit about the physical attractiveness.
Really?
Okay, of course. Okay, just a little bit. I care about. Okay. What I prefer is if she is my soulmate or not. If I can share my deepest secrets in me to her or not. Like some may think you can share this to your close friend, that's fine. Girls may say, oh, we have besties, I can share it to my besties actually. But for me, no, I'm never sharing my secrets to my bros. Like for me, my trust will be only put on my another half, which is my girlfriend.
What about a therapist?
The therapist? No. Like, I would not paying money to share my secrets to a therapist. Like, I give you money and I share my secret to you. You get both things, but I get nothing.
For me, physical attractive is quite important, at least for the first scan or for the first date. Yeah. Which makes me have more interest to dig deeper into that person. And also, they have to be loyalty. And, in this generation, I heard so many stories about cheating. So, yeah.
But I would say loyalty isn't that the bare minimum.
Bare
Yeah, bare minimum.
Our standards that low.
But it's so hard for this generation. I'm not saying bad or something, but yeah, I just heard so many stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The standard
for
thing
that.
become a bonus.
Yeah.
Like, because the students nowadays are seeking situationship more than a long-term relationship. Because they enjoy the fast food relationship, because you don't have to pay any responsibilities for a fast food relationship. You don't have to be caring. You don't have to make any observation to another half. You don't have to spend so much time. And once you feel boring, feel annoyed with her or him, then you can just switch another one.
Yeah, I think we're getting into the denials part of the relationship, right? A lot of people don't get what they're looking for on campus. So apart from fast food, this quick situationship things, what else do you think is preventing people from finding love?
I think the reason behind of this situationship might be they only want the happiness but not the commitment. And I think if you also want to this kind of situationship, you can find another one who also matches with your desire.
So it's also a type of relationship,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They just don't want to. They don't have any responsibility for that. So I think nowadays people prefer more about short-term love, situationship, and just have fun. So it's kind of hard to find people that willing to get in a serious relationship with you.
Okay. So there is an interesting solution to not finding right people. There are a lot of programs run by third parties. For example, the Varsity magazine. There's this program called the 1 Week Couple Program, which is a dating service across different campus, and they pair you up with a mentor and then some people, and you perform some activities under this guidance. Yeah. So yeah, it's a possible alternative to finding some decent people, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's say we're optimistic and you got yourself a first date. I see everyone is dressed quite nicely today. So we've asked you guys to dress as if you're going on a first date. Do you want to share some of your first date, red flags, green flags, etiquette, expectations? We can start with some green flags.
I expect they wear perfume and have their hairstyle at least, and they don't wear shorts and shirts, and yeah.
Yeah, and I prefer girls who have fashion sense. Of course, dressed a little bit, just a little bit. No offense, but
Okay.
taking Tamara as an example, she show her shoulders, right? I would regard this as a tiny sex and a little, and it shows some parts of her body which makes her more attractive to guys. And okay, let's talk about something related to the
Green
personalities.
flags?
Yeah, for my green flags, another green flags is whether she would pay attention to my hobbies or my personal experience, and whether she will make response to all my personal experience or not. Because if she didn't make any response or show no curious, then I would think she gives no shit to me. There will be no points for me to continue the dating with her actually.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my green flags.
Yeah, the interaction and the connection is quite important.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, so I wear this kind of fashion in my first dating. I know that you don't like it, but I like it very much.
Okay.
It's actually, I think it's a bit cool and mixed with some nostalgia style. So it actually, the outfit can reflect some of my hobbies, like the movie and music taste. And if a guy see me just like this, they possibly will ask me like that. What kind of music do you like? Jazz music or rock music? And also these classic but old movies. So that will bring us into specific topics. Yeah.
And what are your green flags on the first date?
So for me, green flags is that these guys can make me laugh and make me happy. So I will continue talk to them.
Yeah, it's quite important.
Yeah, if there's no topics to continue with, then the whole dating would be so boring.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And what about some red flags?
The guy prefers split the bill for the first date.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and for me, okay, let's not talk about I agree at this point or not, but even no matter what, I would still pay for the whole dating because I know woman likes that. And for my red flags, personally, I don't like some girls from specific universities or schools or high schools. For example, the City University, because like for me, okay, just my own opinion, the students from City University are quite rude and selfish and self-centered. When I having conversation with them before, I think somehow I feel offended when talking with them. Then so that's what I mean. For some specific schools, I don't like them.
That's a very weird, odd red flag, right?
But did your girlfriend is from
City?
City?
My girlfriend is from City.
You're a walking contradiction.
Yeah, okay. So just now I said my girlfriend is not from PolyU. Yeah, she's from CTU. And the point is, I think she's different from those CTU students. Like she show more caring and pay more attention to what I say, and I have never felt offended when spending time with her. I feel comfortable, and perhaps that's why I like her.
So love breaks all the rules.
Love is the most strong power.
Okay.
So how about you?
And I think I'm totally agree with what Tamara said before. I don't like guys split with bills with me, especially for those who came up with the dating first. And it reminds me of one of my stories in Hong Kong. A guy hit on me on the street when I was on my way back home, and he wanted to treat me for a drink, so we went to the bar. And I find it boring during the talk, and I want to leave as soon as possible. But before I left, he asked me a question, like, what type of boys do you prefer? A Hong Kong local or mainland boys? I said my ex is foreigner. And then he wanted to split the bill with me. And I feel so bad, and I feel he was so cheap.
I met a Taiwanese guy before, and he just hit on me randomly, and he said that it's quite normal to pay the bill for the girls, and although maybe next time we won't see each other, although the drink or the date is quite bad or good, whatever.
Wow, I'm jealous. I hope there's an foreigner girl students hit on me too, but I never have a chance. But he's so rude because he's the one who said he would treat you.
Yeah.
Okay, feel poor for you.
Terrible experience.
Yeah.
I mean, although terrible experience, but it makes a good story for the podcast.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys, do you have anything left in your secret closet regarding dating? Like, whether it's a story or some tips or like early signs that you're getting dumped, or like anything you want to share to the audience?
I mean, like, I just have some advice for girls. Just love yourself, and also what's attractive to men is just be yourself and also focus on your own business. Yeah.
Like, invest in yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I think boys shall make clear observation before really bump into a relationship with the girl. Like for me, for my first relationship, I only spent a week with a girl from strangers to become into a relationship. And I didn't make clear observation, and I don't actually know her as well. And our relationship only lasts for a month, which some of my friends regard it as an internship instead of a relationship. Yeah, below 3 months is just an internship. Actually, they said. Like the point is, you have to know her well before you get into a relationship. If you are actually seeking for a long term, and also just put more time to improve yourself, learn something, and that is what really makes a man attractive instead of your appearance.
Yeah, instead of chasing.
Yeah.
I think nowadays most girls are very shy, and most boys will hit on girls, but not girls will hit boys. Actually, girls can also hit on the boys if they are really interested. So they will be like, they need to be more brave to like say hi and wear a smile to boys. Yeah. And that is like one of the tips.
Yeah, approved from a boy.
I love that. Love all of your tips and your stories. And so thank you guys for coming today. You did a wonderful job. And also thank you, our lovely guests, for crossing the Rubicon with us. We hope you learn a thing or two regarding dating and how to get a partner. And we hope that you can share this episode with your special some.
Ra ra Roma Roma ma ga ga ooh la la, one job at romance.